Hi, hello, vanakkam. Welcome back, students. Happy morning to you all. Last class we completed karyotyping. What is meant by karyotyping? What are the uses of karyotyping? Then what are the types of chromosomes are seen in human being? And what is meant by aneuploidy? These are the topics we covered on the chapter Principles of Inheritance of Variation. And in this class, I am going to start another topic, pedigree analysis. What is meant by pedigree analysis and what are the uses of pedigree analysis and what are the symbols that are used in pedigree analysis. Pedigree analysis, nothing but it is a family tree. This family tree is drawn with the help of some standard genetic symbol, and that tree is called a pedigree tree or a family tree or a pedigree analysis. So what is the uses of this pedigree analysis? It's showing the inheritance pathway for the specific phenotypic character. We can easily understand how are characteristic features transmitted from the mother to children or father to children. We can easily find the transmission of chromosomal abnormalities or a transmission of genetic character or transmission of genetic diseases from the parent to offspring. So this is one of the main use of this pedigree analysis. This pedigree analysis is a study of traits as they have appeared in the given family line for several past generations. We can easily find the characteristic features. If you could find the any one characteristic features of particular person, you can find the characters. Those characters either appeared or not appeared in the ancestor. ஒரு கேரக்டர் வந்து ஒரு ஃபேமிலியில் புதுசாக ஒரு கேரக்டர் அப்பியர் ஆகிருக்கு அப்படின்னா அவங்க முன்னோர்களுக்கு அந்த கேரக்டர் இருக்கா இல்லையா அப்படிங்கிறத நம்ம என்ன பண்ண முடியும்னா பெடிகிரி சார்ட் வச்சு ஈஸியாக கண்டுபிடிக்கலாம். ஓகே, ஸோ பெடிகிரி சார்ட் ஆர் பெடிகிரி அனாலிசிஸ், it is analysis helps to find the genetic pathway or inheritance pathway of a specific phenotypic character. Okay, what are the uses of this pedigree chart? To determine the mode of inheritance of particular disease or particular trait. This is the first main thing. We can easily determine, we can easily find the transmission of character. To predict the probability of its appearance among the offspring. எந்த குழந்தைக்கு அந்த கேரக்டர் வரும் அப்படிங்கிறத நம்மளால கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியும். An important tool in the both basic research and genetic counseling. If you find any characters in the parents and the doctors advise to the parents or give the genetic counseling to the parents. Okay, what are the symbols that are used in pedigree analysis? And various symbols are given. These symbols are important. One more question. This square, this symbol normally indicate the male. மேலே குறிக்கணும் அப்படின்னா ஸ்கொயர். தென் ஃபிமேல் இஸ் இண்டிகேட்டட் பை அ ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் சிம்பிள் தட் இஸ் 0 ஆர் அ ஓ. சர்க்கிள், மேல் அண்ட் ஃபிமேல் ஓவர். அண்ட் இஃப் தெர் இஸ் எனி ஷேடிங் இன் திஸ் மேல் அண்ட் ஃபிமேல், that indicate what? Affected individual. That means this individual may be affected by the any genetic diseases or chromosomal abnormalities or have any genetic abnormalities. That is called affected individual. And if there is a offsetting in the both square and the circle, that indicate the heterozygous abnormalities. Heterozygous na இது வந்து homozygous னு சொல்லுவோம். Homozygous na ரெண்டு அல்லீலுமே டாமினன்ட் அல்லீலா இருக்கும். ஹெட்டரோசைகஸ் வந்து ஒரு அல்லீல் டாமினண்டாகவும் இன்னொரு அல்லீலும் ரிசசிவாக இருப்பாங்க. சமயத்தில் அவங்க எப்படி இருக்கணும்னா மேபி அ கேரியராகவும் இருக்கலாம். ஓகே, அண்ட் வாட் இஸ் அ சிம்பிள் ஆஃப் மேட்டிங்? லைன் பிட்வீன் த ஸ்கொயர் அண்ட் சர்க்கிள். ஸ்கொயருக்கும் லைனுக்கும் நடுவில் ஒரு லைன் போட்டாங்கன்னா அதுக்கு பேர் என்ன சொல்லுவோம்னா மேரேஜ் ஆர் மேட்டிங் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். திஸ் இஸ் அ சிம்பிள் இண்டிகேட் த F1 ஜெனரேஷன். ஹியர் these two are parents. One is male child, another one is female child. This symbol indicate the parents as well as F1 generation. And see the second symbol, this symbol indicates the dizygotic twins. That means non-identical twins And monozygotic twins means identical twins. These are the symbols used for presenting the monozygotic twins and dizygotic twins. Okay. And this symbol indicate unspecified sex. Male female அப்படிங்கிறது இல்லை அப்படின்னு இருந்தாங்கன்னா unspecified sex அப்படிங்கிறத இந்த ஷேப்ல போடலாம். Okay. There is any number within the box or in the circle that indicate a number of children of the sexes are indicated. These are the some symbols. Okay. And this symbols, a dot within the circle that indicate carrier for the X-linked recessive gene. This is expected one mark question. Carrier for a recessive X-linked gene. A dot with the circle, and this symbol indicate a death. And this is a symbol or key like symbol, and this key symbol indicate a abortion. Symbol here you have to draw one more line. This is wrongly given in the picture in the textbook itself. So kindly draw one more line with along with the first line. This indicate what? Blood relation marriage. And these are the some symbols you have to understand in pedigree analysis. Okay. So first you have to understand what is my pedigree analysis. It is analysis helps to study the very good inheritance characteristic features of or inheritance of characteristic features. Okay. And the next you have to understand what are the uses of this pedigree analysis and various symbols that are used in pedigree analysis. Okay.
Pedigree charts, helping scientists trace the passing on of traits. Pedigree charts. Our story begins with a couple. We've got a brown-haired male and a blonde-haired female. These two people met, fell in love, and got married. Once married, our couple decided to reproduce. In their family, they had 2 children. Their firstborn was a blonde-haired son, and their secondborn was a brown-haired female. Later in her life, our brown-haired female met a brown-haired male. They too fell in love, decided to get married, and reproduced. In their family, they had 2 children. Their firstborn was a blonde-haired female, and their secondborn was a brown-haired female. Scientists look at this family tree and simplify it. Instead of using faces and names, scientists use symbols. Squares represent males, and circles represent females. This is an example of a pedigree chart. Scientists will then use this information to track the passing on of traits. In our family, we'll look at the passing on of the blonde-haired trait. Here's our family tree next to a pedigree. Together we can work to fill this out. The trait that we're looking at is the trait of brown hair. Brown hair is dominant to blonde hair. In our example, our male is heterozygous. His genes for hair color are big B, little b. In the pedigree chart, we will shade in his shape halfway. This will show us that he's carrying the recessive trait for blonde hair. The wife in our example has blonde hair. Her genes are 2 lowercase b's. On the pedigree chart to the right, we will shade her shape in completely. Their firstborn had blonde hair, so his shape will be shaded in completely. The son-in-law was heterozygous, or he's carrying the recessive gene. We will shade his shape in halfway. The daughter is also a heterozygous carrier. We will shade her circle in halfway. Their firstborn had blonde hair, so to represent this in the pedigree chart, we will shade her circle in completely. And her sister inherited 2 dominant genes for hair color. We will leave her shape unshaded. If we take a look at the pedigree, we can review what we learned. Squares represent boys, circles represent girls. A half shaded in shape represents a carrier. A carrier is someone who has one dominant and one recessive gene for a specific trait. If the shape is fully shaded in, we say that the person is showing the recessive trait. In our example, a recessive boy would have blonde hair, and so would a recessive girl, and their genes would be 2 lowercase b's. So the next time you look at a family tree, think like a scientist and try and pick a trait and trace it. Pedigree charts. Tracing the passing on of human traits.